Morning. Hi, it's Diane Ward from Best Realty. How are you today?
I'm good, Diane. How are you?
And who's this?
This is Peggy Sue.
Lovely to
And I'm
meet you.
Rudolph Strict. How are you?
Lovely to meet you. Thank you for allowing me to come and visit your property
Good of you to
today.
come.
It's certainly a lovely day and you've got a lovely spot to sit out here.
Yeah, it's just not bad. We enjoy it. It's got north-facing sun and.
Yeah, I've just
some
had a
nice
little
yard.
look around the area and it's a lovely street. Lots of trees and
Yeah, it's
beautiful parks down the road and the lake is just
road's
lovely.
surprisingly quiet. We get a little bit of traffic, but not too much. So.
That's good.
Come in. Welcome.
Come on, Peggy. You're coming in too?
Yes, unfortunately.
Come on in. Oh, you've got a lovely home. Oh, your house it's very nice and light and bright, isn't it?
Yes, no, it's good. So we've been here about 2 years now, 2.5 years. We bought it new and we just find now the living areas are upstairs and we find it a bit difficult to move up and down the staircase. So,
Oh, the kitchen's lovely. It's well fit out. We've got plenty of cupboard space there and obviously a walk-in pantry
yes.
in there too where you can put all your
Yeah, no,
appliances.
good. So we're just looking for something more of a single level going forward. So
I love the light court. That's really good.
yeah, thank you.
You put a big outdoor area out
Yeah.
there and you can put your grills and some...
So
Do you get sun in the afternoon in
a little
there?
bit of
Or...
sun, yeah, a little bit. It don't get too much wind, but it's surprisingly, it does get surprisingly.
And do all those doors fully open up, do they, to make it an
Yes, they do
indoor-outdoor?
on both sides, yes.
Oh, so that really creates a bigger space for your
So,
living.
let's see, we've got a living area here, kitchen. It's got all the mod cons.
Will you be selling your fridge? Will you be selling it with the fridge, or have you made a decision on
I
what you
haven't made
want
a
to do
decision
there?
on that. Probably yes, but we haven't really made a decision on it. It's got the that's plumbed. It's got all the modern. We don't use the oven too much anymore, but got a microwave, and as I said, we've got a walk-in pantry. It suits us fine.
It's quite a decent space in there, though. It's
Yeah, no,
for moving
it's good.
around, and
Nice and light.
you've got a
nice
good
and
living
light.
space over there as well.
Yeah, the dining area, so it works for us. And
All right.
Go in.
What else
Go
have you
in.
got? Oh, actually, let's have. Do you want to show us upstairs and make sure
okay,
upstairs?
Right, okay. Well, it's about 260 square metres. It's
There's your
4
laundry.
bedrooms,
It's a nice laundry.
and toilet.
And then what's out this door here? Is
That's
that
the garage.
Oh,
Walk through the
garage. Oh, walk through to the back, so
Yeah,
your
so
entry.
it's separate street entry.
Oh, the carpet on the stairs is a good idea.
It keeps it
Makes-
a little bit warm. So, but these stairs are just getting a bit hard for us to walk up and down with now. So,
Time to move.
so unfortunately, yes, we're thinking about moving. So, although we do enjoy it here, so
So you've got some ample cupboard space upstairs.
walking.
So how many bedrooms is there again?
4 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms, separate
There's
toilet,
2 bathrooms up here.
bathrooms. Oh, you got a little study desk. Oh, this is bright and light up here too, isn't it?
Yeah, so
You've obviously got a couple of children living in here.
Oh, the teenagers, so younger women come in and out and come and go as they please. And
In the living area, so this is good for kids. Is it all air conditioned upstairs and everything
yes,
too?
it is. Yeah, get around that, so, our
And then you've got
bedroom.
they're good sized bedrooms. They're a good sized bedroom.
And we've got a robe.
Walk-in robes, going
Yeah.
through to another bathroom.
En suite bathroom.
Perfect. All right, let's go downstairs. Now I've had a quick look and we'll have a chat.
So-
Okay,
Okay.
Mrs. Strike, you've mentioned you're selling because you want something maybe single level, or have you purchased anything yet, or are you, what's your plans?
Closing in on 2 properties as we speak. So we've been looking around at the area and possibly looking to move down to Brisbane because that's where our daughters are working. So
Okay.
although we like it up here on the Sunshine Coast, we might move down to Brisbane.
And how soon are you looking at selling the property? Are you looking
Probably
over the next month,
over the
or-
next 1 to 3 months.
1 to 3 months?
That would be, we'd probably ideally like to be sold before winter.
Yep.
We can sell in the autumn period. I know spring's a bit about the best, but we don't really want to be moving in winter time.
Okay. Well, looking around the house, it looks like it would suit a family. A small family could move in here. There's plenty of space. Obviously, it's fine for a dog. You've got a bit of grass out the front. We've done a couple of sales in the area recently, and we've sold those to professional couples who've relocated up from Melbourne. Just looking for something compact where they can fly in, fly out, and working in the area
So you
too.
think it's more of an owner-occupier than an investor?
A lot of the properties around here are for investors as well. There's a lot of rentals, so it has good return. Of course, interest rates have had a play on the market over the last few months, so investors have quietened down as of course prices have changed. So it's just a matter of working out the right buyer for you.
Okay. And how do you think you'd find that? What type of sales program do you think you'd do?
Okay, so basically we do a lot of internet advertising. As I said, websites such as realestate.com, domain.com, they're our major players where people are looking for properties. We also have a database of clients who are looking. They're just trying to find the right property at the right price around as well. We do our newsletters, our company newsletters. We'll place it in the windows of our stores. So basically, email, through Facebook, my LinkedIn, all of those profiles will make use of
And
that.
would you do an auction campaign or a private sale campaign?
At the moment, I'd probably suggest a private
Why would
sale
that be?
campaign. Purely because at the moment, things have quietened down a little bit. People have been listening to the news and things have sort of scared people off. So they're not just quite wanting to do, they're sitting back at auctions and waiting. People would rather do the negotiations of a property. A lot of people are still looking around, playing on the market. So yeah, it's just, I think selling at the moment will be a better option for you and the type of property. There's a few properties around here at the moment in the price, sort of into the 1 million sort of price range. Had you thought of a price you might consider selling the property for?
Well, it's probably in that 1 million range. We think we bought it we moved in during COVID, and we bought well. The market has moved up. I've been watching the price because obviously we need to buy down in Brisbane again. But yeah, around about that million range is we think it's where it's worth. How would you run the camp? What type of open for inspections and?
Realistically, we do an open inspection every Saturday, but we would also try and do one now once a week in the evening after people have finished work. We're finding we're getting a few people through who can't come on Saturday due to sports and things like that too.
Would you open it for?
We'd like to open for half an hour every time. But we also, if you're open for it, we're happy to do open for inspections by appointment as well. We'll just have to give you some, like, what would sort of notice period would you like if we were to do that?
Well, there's only the two of us here, so generally, so the dog. So, I think if you give us a day's notice, we're certainly good with that, but I don't know if I can do it an hour's notice or something like that. So if you let us know the day before you want to do an inspection, we'll
we've had a lot of interstate inquiries of people coming up, so they can't always make the Saturday opens and things like that too. So we just find the one-on-one inspection gives us time to spend time with the client and show them the property through and things like that too. So.
And what are your costs?
Okay, our general costs is 3.3, which includes GST. The commission isn't due until.
So you provide a follow up with all this type of paperwork?
Yep, we get you, if you decide you want to sell the property with me, we'll get you to fill out what's called a Form 6. On this Form 6, it'll set out all your commissions that you will pay, your marketing plans.
So let's just run through. So we do. The sales commission is 3.3%.
Including GST.
Including GST, okay. What about advertising?
Okay, I've had a quick think about what we can provide you and what would be best for your property based on other selling campaigns we've had. The price that I've written in your pre-listing kit, you'll see all that information, which says what the expenses, how the breakup would be.
So just reading through that, that's got some local advertising in the local paper.
The local courier mails.
Realestate.com, domain, through your web page, as well as in your...
Yes, and we don't charge for that. Any internal advertising through our internal company sites comes to you at no cost.
Is that include your book?
There is a charge for the book.
Okay, but
we keep it to a very minimal cost, but all your window advertising or your internet advertising through our Facebook, we don't charge for anything.
When do I pay for that?
The advertising needs to be paid as soon as you decide to list with us. As soon as we receive those costs, then we can start advertising.
You don't start any marketing
until we receive those funds. You can have time to look at the listing kit. There might be some things you want to take off, some things you want to add. Of course, you're going to need the sale board. That's being on a busy road here. It's good to have that sale board so people know where to find.
Do you need power to that?
No, it's all solar run. The one we'll put onto your property will be run by a solar. As I said, as soon as we have that advertising fees, we can get onto it.
So what do you need from me, from us?
So
In
to
terms
start,
of documents or...
okay, we have that section 6 form that we require you to fill out, which will have all the details on there. We'll put all your names, address. Are you aware with the selling and listing process and how it all works and what's required?
Only because we bought before, and we've only had 2 houses since we've got here in Australia. So the previous house and this. So
this form basically tells us what we are able to do.
We moved up from Victoria. We moved up from Victoria when we bought this, and the documents seem to be a little bit different. So is that the
state by state? There are a few differences. So if you need any help, I'll be able to talk you through all of those. But basically, the form gives you the authority for me to act on your behalf. This will state what I can spend on what you authorise me to spend. It also sets out the property address and the title. You're aware of what the title and part?
Yeah, a little bit. I know it's a little bit similar to Victoria, so
So the state government has your property registered. On this, it'll tell you who the owners of the property are, if there's any encumbrances on the property, and it provides you a lot number rather than a residential street address, and a reference to that as well.
I own it, so myself and my wife are the owners.
Are the owners.
So we're the recorded owners.
So both of you will need to sign the Form 6, because you are, and both need to sign it before we can be engaged.
Okay.
Are you, like the term of the engagement, are you aware of what we...
No.
Okay, so initially we'll do a 90-day period. After that we can negotiate if we extend the period on for an extended period of time, but the maximum I can do is 90 days at this moment, and then we can look for an extension. But hopefully we won't have to worry about that because we will have sold your property.
And are you the sole agent?
I am the sole agent. Okay, Mr. Strict, I have a Form 6 here. If you want to go over a few things with me, just so I know that you understand what we're signing. It is an authority for me to act on your behalf. If you look at the Section 6 here, we have Part 3. This just details the property. As just explained, there's a title held on your property, and this is the number we'll be placing in here. We'll do a title search. This will tell us who the actual owners are, and that everything is all okay to add to the contract. Part 4, Section 2 is the term of appointment. As I mentioned to you earlier, I'll be appointed for 90 days from the day of signing this form. So yourself and your wife will need to sign the form. From there, we can be engaged for 90 days, and after that time, we can reassess. But as I said, I hope during that time have sold the property, that we don't have to worry about that any further. You've got Part 6. This, as we mentioned, an open listing. An open listing was where you could list it with many agents, and there's an exclusive agency listing. That's what we would prefer to have, where I take control of all the inquiries, all the offers, and I can bring them to you. You start to engage other agents, it gets a little bit messy, and there can be a miscommunication. But as I said, we'll do our best to get as many offers in as we can, and we'll go from there. Part 6, so that was Part 6. Part 7 is the commission. We discussed is 3.3%, and at the end of within GST, and at the end of the sale, when it's all finalised, that's when the commission will be paid.
So you get paid when
the property has sold and settles. Part 8 of the Form 6, this just sets out, as we discussed, the marketing costs. What I've explained to you, I said once you've had a look at the listing kit, this will explain all the different expenses involved in the marketing. You're more than welcome to adjust these according to your budget. And as I said, Best Realty also covers you for all your window advertising, email send outs of newsletters, that's all incorporated. So you're basically...
What happens if I don't spend it all? What happens if we sell
it
in the first week?
If we sell it in the first week, we'll need to cut out some of the advertising. Some of the website advertising is a bit awkward because you do log into it for 4-week periods. So unfortunately, there are costs involved. Any advertising in the newspapers that we don't use, you can be reimbursed for that as well. So basically that also sets out if you authorise me to do
Who
any
prepares
other...
the contracts?
The contracts are prepared by us. We use the REIQ forms.
So it's a standard.
It's a standard form that we do use. If you wish to engage a solicitor going down the track to help you, if that is what you need, you're more than welcome to choose a solicitor of your choice. And once you also go to contract for a sale, you'll want a solicitor or a conveyancer to take you through to settlement.
Okay.
Have you just thought of what sort of settlement you also want? Have you had a consideration
Well,
what sort of
obviously-
requirements? Just
Obviously, it
taking a few
depends
steps
on.
back.
As we haven't bought something yet, I think 90 days would be good. I know there's the market down in Brisbane. There's a few properties available that, as I said, we've looked at. But again, it depends upon how long it takes you to sell this. But no, I think 60 or 90 days should be fine. It enables us to buy something and arrange our move.
Once again, we'll put all offers
But I
forward
don't
to
think
you.
it'll be 30. I don't think we can do a 30 days because we
You won't be
need
able to.
because we need to buy something.
We will place all our offers to you. We like our offers to come into writing, and then we can present those. As with communication going forward, you will hear from me virtually every second day. If I get an offer in, you're going to hear from me straight away. But basically, I will put it all in writing for you as well, so you can have a look and speak to your wife, and you can discuss the offers that come in on the table, and we can go from there. But basically, I'm available on the phone 24/7, so no issues there. If you have any questions, concerns, also after each open, I will give you feedback. I will provide you.
Yeah, the opens are just something I'm a little bit. We've talked with my wife. How do you deal with security and that? How do we know who's coming through?
So what we've put in, when someone comes to the property, we get them to register their name, addresses, etc. We provide you in a listing kit things you should do for your open for inspections. In this, it will advise you to store all your valuables, anything you're not comfortable with having on display. We also suggest sometimes that you take your photos down. So if you wanted to keep it a bit more private as to who owned the home, we suggest taking those photos down and keeping everything stored in a safe place. We, as said, all buyers are registered, and we will have myself and a staff member on site at the time, and we make sure the house is fully locked up after the open for inspections and that everything is turned off as well. Do you have any other concerns?
Is it possible to get license details or some sort of people visiting?
If that's something you request, we could ask someone to provide the license details or some ID for security reasons.
I'm being a bit older and I'm just a bit cautious of who's coming through the house and okay.
We do keep all your information and everything also private in our secure locked database. The access to our database, anything we get, we do store in a secure internet site where only certain staff members are able to access that. So be sure that all your information will be also kept private during, even after the sale.
Oh.
So don't have any concerns.
So what do you think I need to do or we should do? Is the house okay now to present for sale, or is there anything we should do?
At the moment, your house, it's only 2 years old. So there's not a lot of maintenance. If you wanted to get power washing of your floor just to make it a bit sparkly outside, give it a power wash, maybe cut back some of the bushes out the front. But generally, the house is in very good condition.
Okay.
You might want a stylist in. I notice you don't have a lot of pictures and things on the walls, but obviously that's because you're moving and things like that too. But there might be someone who can come in, but realistically, I think your house is very well presented. On the day, as I said, in my listing kit, there's things to do, like you might want to put some soft music on, get the heating going, just to make things aesthetically pleasing. If you could take the dog, that would be great. Maybe move the dog's beds. You could burn some oils or something like that. Anything that makes it aesthetically, everything aesthetically pleasing, to make it feel like someone's home.
Okay. Probably the last thing is, what do you think it's worth?
Well, as I said, I've sold a few properties around here recently, and as I said, I've been in the industry for over 6 years now. Prices have gone up from 2 years ago when you did purchase. You can see down the road, 5 houses down just recently sold for the 1.05. It's a slightly bigger home than yours, probably a little bit more modern concept inside, but Size, it is also 4 bedrooms, so they received a 1.05. There's a couple also around the neighbourhood that are looking for the 950 plus. Some of those are a little bit smaller and a little bit older as well. There's one around the corner on Johnson Street that recently sold for 995, and that's basically a very similar property to yours. As you know, the builder around here built quite a few properties, and that one was nearly an identical floor plan. So I'd be thinking, worst case scenario, 990, sort of up to about the 1.1 is where I'd be sort of trying to
So
place it.
where would you want to list it at?
I'd be putting it at the 1.05.
$1,050,000.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Was there any other questions you have of me?
no. Once we've signed this Form 6, I'll get a copy of that to you. And as I said, I will be communicating on a regular basis, but I have a communication plan that I'll also provide. And as I said, after each inspection, I'll be providing you a completed record of inspection. And once again, just giving you feedback of what people are saying when they do come through the property. So as soon as we get this Form 6 back, signed by both of you, we'll be able to start straight away.
All right. Well, if you leave me those documents, I'll have a look at them tonight, and I'll come through to your office tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and if you have any questions that we may
What
have
time will you be in
overlooked,
office in the morning?
I'm always on the phone from 7 o'clock in the morning.
All right. So let's
So
aim
just
to
looking at
get together about 9:30, and we'll go from there.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Strong,
you.
for showing me. I'm sure I look forward to selling your property.
Well, hopefully it's a
Hopefully
success.
it's could be sold very quickly.
I think we hope so. So
Yeah, no,
Thank
it's
you
a
for
lovely
your time.
home, so it's just finding the right buyer for you. Thank you.
thank